welcome back to season 3, episode 6 of What the Talk? Episode 26, y'all. We are 26 episodes strong.
I was just thinking about that. We really strong in this game.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Like, because the clout died. You know, the hype died. When we first started, it was like we were doing the lives and everything else. It was up there, you know? So that's how you know if you're really about it, if you can't keep going when the clout dies.
And for people that don't know what the clout... Never mind.
Yo, who didn't know? I think Stephanie...
Yes, our last guest.
Yeah.
She just learned a new word, like in 2020, clout. Yeah, go spam her Instagram.
Yo, I can't. But yeah, so... We haven't recorded for 3 weeks now?
3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah.
It's a pandemic out here.
You guys don't know the breaks in these episodes, but there are big breaks.
Yeah. When we're supposed to be on grinding mode.
Corona says no.
Did you see the sign when you got into my neighborhood?
What sign?
Red zone?
No.
You ain't see that?
This is a red zone?
Yeah.
There's Corona here?
There's a big
Where's my mask?
Child. Mine is in my bag. I don't know what's yours.
Listen, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was really. I was shocked. I even told Sammy like, we're in a red zone.
But there's not even many people here for it to be a red zone.
We're in the countryside too.
Yeah, I think the people are just making it extra.
Maybe the cows got the COVID.
Nah, but seriously, like we took a long break. So what did you do in your 3 weeks break? I did not see you for literally 3 weeks. So what happened? How were you?
Oh, you know, living, going to work. Because we work at home, you know? I know, adulting is not fun.
But, yo, how's adulting, though? How's, like...
Adulting is... It's funny that you learn that you enjoy certain things that you will find so boring.
Okay, like what? I'm already bored.
Like yesterday. Tell me why. Y'all can laugh at me, whatever. I went grocery shopping with Sammy, my husband.
Okay.
I got
a husband.
You see the joy in it.
Hater or not.
But we went grocery shopping, and guess what? Tell me why I found a 10-pound bag of onion for $2. And I was so happy.
You sound like my mother.
I found a bag of onion for $2, 10 pounds, y'all.
I don't know the difference.
Child, it's that big bag.
What's the difference?
And they have flour at $5, child.
You know what's funny? I don't even look at prices when I'm grocery shopping.
That's when you're young, okay? When you're young, you don't look at the prices. But when you get to adulthood, honey.
I feel like if you need onions, you need onions. You take onions.
Catherine. When you try to look at the flyer, because I got the app on my phone. I got all the flyers and I price match. I'm that annoying lady with the coupons. I'm that one.
I can't. No, adulting is hard, I'm guessing.
It's not hard. It's fun, but it's boring. You find little pleasures like when you see the gas at 96 cents. Oh, Lord.
She's not high.
Like, it's so much fun in little things. Little things that we took for granted when we were younger. Mm-hmm. When you're older, you're like, thank you, God, we got gas for below $1.
Okay. No, I'm excited about that too. When it's gas,
I mean, you can go anywhere,
but
you know, adulting, you're not gonna go much anywhere.
But how is like adulting like when it comes to your home? Because I know you recently become a homeowner. Mm-hmm. Like, how is that? What's that experience for you?
I mean, Sammy and I, we experienced little things where you find little tweaks in the house. We can't call what. I'm fortunate where I could call my dad up and be like, Dad, help me out. Or if we didn't, I mean, it's on us now. It's like, okay, you got to find the solution. Mm-hmm. And then I got to rely on my trusty oldie but goldie TikTok and find little, hacks of certain things that you didn't know. And, everybody's sharing their hacks. Okay, when I was a homeowner for 20 years, this is what I did when this didn't work or this worked, whatever.
This generation is lucky to have TikTok, but people before that, they have TikTok.
But, actually, I had a conversation like that with a couple friends. Before TikTok, we were actually taught these things, like cooking and little astuces or hacks, I guess that's what it's called. We were taught in school. I remember when I was in elementary school, we learned how to sew in class.
Okay, but nobody remembers that.
But nobody remember. Well, I remember. I still know how to sew.
Okay.
Like if I got a hole, I know how to sew it up. But now it's like we don't learn these things. In elementary school, you just got little kids running wild and that's it. But back in the day, I feel like they were more particular in certain things, like, you know, guys learning how to do plomberie and all of that. But now it's just like, okay, you have to be that in order to know how to do that.
Yeah.
So now we have access through TikTok to have specialists that share their hacks and be like, okay, you don't have to call me up. You can do this and you fix the problem. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Okay. What is one thing, like one advice you take about a new homeowner or somebody new to adulting, like somebody like me?
Well, y'all know it was old girl's birthday. She just turned 25.
Yeah, I'm old
now.
now.
You're gonna see the years going by, like running behind you. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm 30. I'm not 30 yet. I'm just 27. Oh Lord, that feels different to say. But you know, an advice for you, child, stock up all the money you got now. Don't think like, oh, I'm in the dark and spend my money. Stock up, save all your money aside, invest what you got to do before you have any responsibility on you.
You talk about this responsibility like it's horrible. It's just like responsibility.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you know, when you're 25, you feel like you're a grown woman status, and now you, especially if you
spend money.
Yeah, and you feel like I gotta look a certain way. I gotta look.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna go spend money on that Dior bag. I don't know, all those expenses that when you fall 26 and 27, then you try to buy a house, you try to buy a car, then you're like, damn, I fucked up my credit just to look a certain way. Now I actually need my credit now, like, to do big things. So that's what I would tell you. Like,
I like that.
Yeah. And y'all listening too, don't be spending your money on Air Force One. Don't matter.
You heard it here first.
We don't even see.
Woman talking now. Nah, but I recently turned 25 and I had the time of my life, you know.
Oh, thank you for the cookies.
Thank you, Juan.
I cannot deal. Thank you, Juan.
You know, one thing about 25, like I had a great time. Okay, so as if you don't know, now
we know that girl, old girl, live it up. Okay.
Yeah, I went to, well, they call it Deadminton because supposedly the city's dead, but I had a lot of fun there. Like,
I saw your Snapchat. It looked fun.
It was like
I lived through.
It was like
Snapchat.
treatment, like it was high class treatment. I don't know if it was where we went.
Okay.
But we went to, like, I went to the best hotel in Edmonton. Like, I made sure I had the city view.
Was it expensive over there, do you think?
I don't know what expensive is for you.
Excuse me, honey.
I don't know what expensive is for you.
No, but like, you know, from Montreal, like if you get, like, let's say the cost of bread is like,
I don't know what the cost of bread was, but I know their tax was not as high.
oh,
Okay,
I think
so-
it is 5% over there.
Okay, because when I bought food, I was not mad. Okay, usually when I buy something in Montreal, I'm mad. I was
Yeah,
not
because
mad.
we got like 15.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so I was not as mad, and then the food is like, you guys would love it. And then like,
Oh my
you
god.
guys would, like, every food. I went to Wendy's, and I never go to Wendy's in
You
Montreal.
didn't never. Did you try that strawberry lemonade?
No, I'm not about
One.
Nah, but the whole time I was like, yo, Sammy and Amanda would love this because the food.
That's
bomb.
the next phase.
And then Nika was looking at pictures and stuff, like scenery and stuff. And Sammy's like, I see this bridge, Sammy would kill it. Like, we were just picking spots of how much fun we saw that you guys would have there. So I loved it. And then we went to Calgary after. I love Calgary as well. And it was fun. It was great. Only thing is, doing makeup is overrated. Kudos to everybody who does their makeup all the time. Like, that crap takes like an hour and a half.
hour?
Yeah, it's like a whole hour to beat
thought
your
you got
face
good
and
with it,
bake.
though.
And I don't know how to do makeup. I put foundation and that's it. But I had to do the whole eyeshadow thing, the baking, the contouring, the highlighting.
I wish I had
the
screenshot
blending.
her
Listen,
Snapchat. She was slaying over there. Okay.
listen.
Child.
It was a lot.
Oh, did you? Oh, tell them about your helicopter ride.
Oh, that was fun. It was not the best experience. I don't like height. I'm afraid of height. Okay.
Well, you did like 2 activities.
That's what people say. They're like, you're afraid of height, but you went skydiving.
She did skydiving. Y'all.
It has nothing to do with height. Skydiving is not about height. The thing about skydiving is the fear of letting go. It's not the fear of height. The helicopter ride, on the
Was
other
height?
hand, is height. Like, you literally see you lifting, and there's no, I don't know. I didn't like the feeling at all, and it was
Yeah.
too small. And I did not like it.
I was looking at y'all and I was afraid.
I did not enjoy the view. People were like, "Oh, you took good." I did not like it at all. I wanted to get down ASAP.
I
The
cannot.
guy was telling us what this is $1 million house. This is 160
Yeah, I didn't
golf
care
course.
about that.
I did not care. Like at first, I was like, I wanted to experience it, but the whole time I was like, please get me down. I don't like it.
I
don't
was
like
scared for y'all because all I was thinking is
It's
Kobe.
Kobe. I know.
For
A lot
real.
of people were like, probably a Kobe. Someone literally on my Instagram, everybody's texting me, probably a Kobe, probably a Kobe.
I
But
think they might have a.
y'all forget that Kobe did not go on one helicopter
Yeah,
ride
he
and
went
died.
multiple,
Like this
yeah.
was his regular way of traveling, just like the car, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
that was his day to day, right?
exactly. So it's just like you could get into a car accident
It's
one
just like
day
a
and die.
one-day mishap.
Exactly. So it's things like that. We get in cars all the time. So listen. It is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Anyways.
I was
But-
afraid for y'all.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be back to my regular life because I'm back up at like 25 and glam, keeping up, doing hair, makeup. It's too much for me. So yeah.
You'll get bored.
Get bored. No, some women really do like that though. It's just not
Some
for
of
me.
them, it's not for me either. I just try to do it for the
what the talk.
The what the talk. Okay. Everybody that knows me, I don't ever wear makeup, so y'all should feel lucky.
Anyways, but we got an interest. Is it interest? What's the word? Interesting.
Yes.
Topic for you guys today. It's a topic that Amanda is still trying to figure out, okay? And I'm sure a lot of you guys would feel the same. I'm new to it as well, but I'm a little further in the understanding than she is.
If y'all see that I'm lost, I'm truly lost.
Yeah, but it should be a fun topic. Today we're gonna be talking about, we're starting a mini relationship series because we just feel like
We just love talking about relationship. Y'all.
I love talking about it. And we're at the stage in our lives where we have people getting married, people getting boyfriends. This is the age for us to be doing these things and stuff like that and trying to figure out this man out here.
This life thing, basically.
Or so complicated. Anyways.
my God.
So that's why we talk about these things a lot. And we have a lot of our listeners that do enjoy these topics. So we're going to do a little mini series for you guys and what we've been learning and a lot of tips. Like, I promise, a lot of tips and tricks and, you
To
guys
help
will
you out.
enjoy the ride. Okay? So, yeah, today we're going to be talking about shame in relationship. Shame in relationship. Before we start, I want to clear it. I want to clear that the definition of shame, okay? When we were discussing prior to the episode and stuff like that, a lot of examples that Amanda were giving me were not shame. They were more like
Embarrassment.
or like guilt.
Guilt.
Right? Okay, so the difference between guilt and shame, by the way, I'm not an expert. I got all of these from a recent book that I'm reading. I don't even remember the
She's
name.
a bookworm.
Anyways, but it's by author Brene Brown. Okay, so I don't know.
You don't remember the title?
I don't remember the title. I will put it in the description box. It's a really good book. Okay.
Ooh, you heard how that sound? Put it down in the description box.
We ain't used to do that before. We're on YouTube now, baby. Okay, so yeah. But what it is, the difference between the two of them is how shame. I really like this topic, by the way, guys. I'm really
The
passionate
things that
about
get
it.
in the way.
No, it's between the difference between shame and guilt is guilt is when you feel bad about something you did. So like I feel bad that I did that, and shame is when you feel like you're a bad person because that happened. Okay, so give me an example of something, and I'll tell you if it's shame or guilt.
Okay, so let's say, any example?
Any example?
Okay, so let's say I failed an exam
Okay, if you fail an exam,
because I didn't study.
you didn't study.
Right.
Okay, if you come out saying I didn't study, I failed this exam, what you're feeling is more like guilt. Okay, like
Okay.
I failed the exam because I didn't study. You feel guilty because you didn't study. Okay? And your mom is probably wasting money, or whoever's paying the school for you, you feel guilty. So that's more like guilt. Whereas shame is if you're like,
You feel like a failure.
I'm a failure, or I am sucked because I didn't pass this exam. You see?
Or I can't. Or what about the feeling of like, oh, why can't I get this together? Like, why am I so dumb?
That's shame as well. It's like it's you. You see, you're attacking you, whereas the guilt is the something that happened. Okay. And so it's or embarrassment is if they were to tell you, the teacher were to call out your grade in front of the class, that would be embarrassment.
I feel like that would be shame.
No. You'll just be embarrassed for the moment, because embarrassment is a little less painful, whereas shame stays with you.
But I feel like embarrassment is like, it's exposed.
Yeah, you're being exposed, but for a moment. And it's like somebody else that embarrasses you. It's like, okay, it gets away. And then sometimes when we're embarrassed in certain situations, we know that there are others that are feeling that like that as well. Whereas shame is, we feel it on us and we don't talk about it. So I might give you a little embarrassing story of myself, but I'm not gonna call you and tell you about something I feel shameful about. Unless
Why is that?
I'm really because we're scared of it's just the fear of you not accepting me, or the fear of you rejecting me, or this fear of you not loving me anymore if you know that about me. Understand? It's like the fear of being exposed. It's like you're naked on a table, like the inside of you is just out there. Just the thought of that.
I mean, you could be, but I could agree with that. But what about like you have a loved one, you're not afraid of being vulnerable?
That's not always the case.
Oh.
No.
We're not normal persons.
No. And then shame, people feel shame differently, and people are just, it's different. There's not a lot of vulnerability in relationship as we think. We be thinking that relationships are good and people are vulnerable. That's not the case. People are out here putting front to their boyfriends and girlfriends and their husbands and their wives. Like,
but wouldn't you say that's a good thing though? Because shame, you can hide it. I don't have to show it to you.
Why would that be a good thing? You're not being yourself and honest.
You're being honest. You can't be honest and hide certain things now. I mean,
you don't gotta show everything. That just, you're not being
I guess that's
authentic.
shame again.
Yeah,
like, you don't want to air out all your business.
And not everybody deserves to be hearing your story or to be. So I'm not gonna tell you to come on What the Talk and talk about the things you're shameful about, because not everybody will some people will use it to hurt you, and some people will use it against you. So that's why it's good to feel like people have to deserve that, People have to you have to have this kind of trust, level of trust, with that person, in order for them to earn the right to listen to your story of how shameful you are about certain things. Okay? So hopefully your husband does do the thing where he makes you feel comfortable enough, or he was saying Alice, he makes you feel comfortable enough, he gets it to the point, I guess, so you are able to bring the shame out, or to not be shamed, to not feel shamed about the thing anymore. But it's not an easy thing just because we're in a relationship automatically, there's no more shame because I'm vulnerable with you. No,
because I like the word Alice you said. Like, the way I'm saying shame is good in some way. It's not, y'all, but it's
she's Haitian.
You're right. We'll get into that real quick.
There too, but go ahead.
But the reason I'm saying good, like that word Alice just triggered, right? In order for us to be Alice, because if I don't have shame, then I'm Alice. And Alice, the way I was brought up, is kind of negative. It has a negative quotation to it.
Real, yeah.
Because it's like, you don't let me put it right. Let me put it this way. When you first meet this guy, and you always look A1, but the minute you get Alice, you stink basically a little bit. Not saying all the people, but like you ulage call. So I feel like shame.
Shame keeps you in shape.
Yeah, shame. It puts you together. Like, okay, whole girl, like, we get it, you in love, but upa besoin want, like you need to be want. I don't. Yeah.
I understand what you mean, but I feel like this is some slave mentality. But anyway, because it's like, why wouldn't you want to be Alice for you? And that's what I don't understand. Like, we're Haitian, right? So, culture, the thing that I'm talking about right now, like, I'm sure si mom she would disagree big time, because it's like shame to her is what keeps it going. you know? Sou pa want ou pa ka grandi in her eyes. Fall for want pou konen pa fè sa encore. You know, that's where
But that's how most of us were raised. Like, for want, in order for you, it's like basically the same irony, like, sou boule nan di fè a, ou pa bjam al la dan encore. So I feel like that's what shame is to us.
Et for want, ou pa bjam fè sa encore. Whereas, m'pa fè sa, c'est pas parce que m'pa vle fè sa, ou c'est pas parce que feel good in my skin m'pa fè sa, c'est parce que m'pa vle devant m'pa fè. So technically, I'm not doing anything for me. I'm doing everything for you. Like, how is that even a good thing? Oh, one again.
Oh, one.
Thank you.
One.
But yeah, it's like, I'm not even being, you know, like, so that's not a good thing. And à l'aise lan, I see what you mean with the à l'aise, okay? I understand ou pa ta supposé trop à l'aise, but I feel like Mba kwe sa ta supposé bagay, tant ou pa ta supposé trop à l'aise. I think you should be as à l'aise as possible and still be able to keep yourself together. Vous comprenez? Like, montrer m'importance why pour me keep it together for my health. Vous comprenez? C'est pas parce que nèg la quitter me pour une autre femme parce que me vin trop gras ou bien. No, like, hygiene is pour me lever dans matin pour bien.
Yeah.
You know, it's not because I'm trop à l'aise kounya ou vin salope kounya. It's not even about shame now. Now you're just being malpropre.
So then at the end of the day, ou t'es toujours salope.
Yeah, it's just like you were just putting up this front for people to think that you were somebody you were not, you know? And it's like in our culture, presque tout parents nous, they all living this fake life. Like, we're all so fake. Nous tout ap marché, we want people to have this picture, this idea. I talk about our culture because c'est li m'konnais. I don't know the white people's culture. I don't know the Hispanic.
Or anybody
back on
else.
African. I don't know them like that. But m'konnais the Haitian culture. La dan mwen, we put up this front, spécialement chrétien yo.
You know, when you say chrétien, that's what I've been thinking about. Because I was like, where it came from, like, slave mentality this whole time, it did ding, like a light bulb in my head, where côté slave owner, they come mette on grain pour teach them all the lesson. And it's like, super vle gen sa, you better not do that. So it's like, I feel like it carried on with us, I guess, although it's been years.
And then we teach it to the next generation that's coming as well. It's like, that's how, pour nous faire yon character, that's how we teach them lessons. And nous pensons ces caractères n'a développer dans yo. That's not the case. We're not building their characters. Au contraire, nous fait lack confidence. They're out here like doing things that are not even in their values just to please other people. They're accepting things from other people. They're accepting things from people that don't even deserve their stuff just because nous, like parents yo jan yo levé nous, it's just like we're not worthy enough. We're not. So therefore we have to do all these fake things. We have to do all these things. And it doesn't help us at all.
And at the same time, like you just said, you don't please yourself, you please others.
Like, you constantly living for somebody else other than you. And when you see these people, when they find themselves, kunya, you come and say, rebel, bagay konsa.
And it's funny, the whole society, everybody's like, sak passe avec la, sak yeah. It's like, you acting out of order. And it's like, no, actually, I'm actually acting myself.
Yeah. When you're finally you, that's when they're all like, petite loving fou kunya, da da da. And the whole time, maybe the person would have acted better or the change, you tap felt better, you tap felt so drastic if they understood the reason why this whole time you tap felt comme ça. Comprendre? It's
because it tap montré à fur et à mesure, like it would be like little by little, mon tap montré, okay, I like this better, I like to do that.
Et donc, you tap apprendre constantly instead of just one day you wake up and you're like, I'm tired of moun sa yo kap pede fem feel shameful for something that, you know, I can't even do anything
That's
about.
Natural.
Therefore, mwen tire soutien mache toutouni. You know, like, just things that just pissed you off. And you're like, I'm tired of this. And then one day you're like, enough is enough, you know? So that's why I don't think it's the à thing. I don't think it's bad to be à l'aise. So I think we should always strive to be à l'aise. We should always strive to feel good in the skin.
Be comfortable.
Yeah.
Because you're living in your skin, nobody else.
Exactly.
So if you're not comfortable, who's going to be comfortable?
Yeah, you can't get rid of yourself. You can't get rid of your body. You can't, like, constantly feeling shame for something you did. It doesn't make you... Some movie moon. Well, some people are bad people, but
oh Lord, God, don't expose them like that.
People are movie moon. Now, I don't even know if that statement that I just made is true.
Maybe we might do a research upon that one,
because I don't know.
Because we are realizing that a lot of things that we thought was good, like because I thought want was like
the best thing ever. I say keep the child in line.
Because when I could say like, whenever I went to someone's house, I always, mbaka espere, mbaka manger, because mpe want. My mom was, gardien un petit temps, you ba fiddly? Mes amis, and then my parents come after me and I just stay away from that. That's why I was saying shame is good, because it made me look like, I guess,
it makes me look like, yeah.
But
are you really that?
If I would, maybe not, because if let's say I think you can see, like, remember when you first met me, when I came to your house, I was just in a corner. I wouldn't talk to nobody, honey. I was just unto myself. And even if you dare do eye contact and get up and say, like, don't look at me. And then until you guys got to know me, I'm very vibrant. But to my parents, I remember my parents was like, "Sek pasola." Like, what's going on? Like, that's not you. And it was shocking, because I was like, actually, it is.
I'm feeling better.
Even my twin was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" And you're like, "Oh, are you in a midlife crisis, or what is going on? You're changing." And it's like, no, actually, I always come to a realization. I always suppress those feelings, or suppress these action, I guess I could call it, or things the way you're supposed to act a certain way in society because you're told to do something. But once you start living for yourself, there's no, you're not sorry for nothing no more. It's like, it's bad to say, but you really don't give a fuck. Like, you don't care. Like,
because you realize you're not perfect and you never will be. And this constant keeping up, or constant trying to fit these lines, or constant trying to be good for Intel, or for Intel to love me, it's just draining and literally Lou. You know what I mean? Like,
it is a burden.
It's like I can't anymore, And si nous te ka créer un environnement, bien créer a space, I'm pas tellement aimer le safe place, because I feel like on paquet safe place.
A safe environment, I guess.
Yeah, takou l'aime du safe environment, non, c'est pas un côté non pour créer, but for you to be, like, in the sense that if I meet Amanda, like, I'm like, you are my safe place type thing, okay? Like, pour vivre en gens côté l'aime well, I'm able to feel comfortable. Like, I don't have to feel shame, because moi ouais takou you living really your best life, or your authentic life. Takou you're not lying to me or whatever, Okay. Like, takou example. What's the example? Okay. The women vagina. Okay? This is something that's very shameful. Like, remember, like, we were talking about that, I think last week or maybe 3 weeks ago, and how, like, taku get diseases, get infection. There's a lot of things that a lot of women are going through.
And there's
such a shame tied around it, because ou pense que na mauvaise vie,
I don't shower,
moins salope, a lot of things that you think you are, so you out here dying with the thing, whereas it's not even your fault. It's your body is the environment is.
And sometimes it's just your hormones pH. Are unbalanced, or your pH, like,
exactly.
Right?
Mais le fait que yo montre ça, there's such shame around that. You're not open. You can never be vulnerable enough to talk about that, because you think the world will see you differently. Yeah, the world will think, oh, you're a salope, or you probably sleeping with 10 men at a time.
That.
Exactly, and people are literally dying, people are struggling,
and it is a struggle,
and it's annoying. Okay, people are going through it with that, whereas they could have just had one conversation with somebody else and it would have went away. So it's to show you that shame does keep us from growing. There cannot be growth where there's shame. So under a relationship, if we say we're gonna grow together as a couple, whatever, pap bien growth vrai. Like, there's not. It's a
facade.
It's just a facade. 10 years down the line, you realize no one can keep up anymore, and they're tired. They drop it. You're like, oh, he's changing on me. No, he's just
honey.
tired.
You're just tired of keeping. It's just like an actor.
Yeah.
They can get into play, but there's a moment they have to get out of character.
Yeah.
Just like your spouse, he tired of playing that role, okay?
Yeah.
He'll get out of character. And you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is not who I'm. Yes, it is. He's just playing that role and he got tired of it.
Yeah, et puis, and then les moun décide li pa feel shame encore, ou bien it's just like, okay, like, I let it down. And if you don't understand the person in you, you're not at the point where you're not feeling shameful or you're good with yourself. You will blame the person. You'll make the person feel bad, or guilty or a lot of things. And whereas the person's probably feeling their best, like, okay, I can't do that anymore.
But do you also feel like, how could I put that to make sense? do you also feel like it's social media? Like, you know how our generation is very influenced on social media and what they see, which sometimes is not even true. And we put that burden on ourselves. For, you know, when you see this person, they have degrees and you're just, I guess, let's use me, okay? You're 27, you probably got 1 degree and you feel like you're stagnant in life. And you take that, you feel shameful, like, oh my gosh, est-ce que something so? Am I not innovative enough? Like, you know, do you feel like social media is playing a part in that too, where people are not comfortable being themselves? Like, okay, so what? I have 1 degree. So what? I feel stagnant.
I don't want you to say so what.
I knew she was coming for me.
I don't want you to say so what, because I feel like so what is just accepting.
Just being passive aggressive?
Yeah, like you're accepting not your best self. So I don't think it's so what.
Okay, so what should I say instead?
I think it's more like I'm that and that's okay. Other than so what. Okay, because the so what is like, okay, so what kind of sal? No, boo boo, I
Okay. I get what
Thank you for that. Mais m'ka comprendre Kailan sa jodi an parce que I'm tired, and it's okay if Catherine sees vin la et puis li wè I'm really tired. I really couldn't wash the dishes. You understand what I mean? Like a little more grace for yourself, other than trying to keep up. Même ko fatigué or casse do couille al clean Kailan. So when I come, I could see that you have this perfect clean house, whereas you were living in your funk for at least 2-3 days. You understand what I mean?
So I guess in relationship, I guess you answered my question with. I guess in relationship, even though social media or whatever influence we have to have a little grace on each other to not put too much pressure on the individual.
Yeah, because it's okay. Like, moon fuck up. Like, I feel like parents ou pas montre, like they don't teach us life. They are here giving us all these rules on how we're supposed to be. Fais manger pour nèg lan, pas bal sex lap kito, and then all these rules that we're supposed to follow, instead of literally giving us like life lessons. Like, you'll be tired and kind of silent, you
baby
won't
crying.
feel like it. Yeah, you know, you're gonna come one day, you won't feel like seeing a man. Like, they don't give us these
your
tips.
sex drive might be not as high every day.
As high as him, and some men are higher than others, and then some women might feel
women
shame.
are higher too.
Yeah, and then good point. You know, there's shame tied around women's.
Hold on, Siri.
You know, there's some women that does feel shame for their sex drive being higher, because
I ain't gonna lie. You know what? Let me expose my damn shame. Okay, I did once feel like I'm putting my business out here. I don't care. But it's just like, I guess embarrassed because I was like, oh, on feedback à chaud comme ça. Like, especially when your man is like, oh, I'm not mbasusa. And I was like, how dare you?
Am I not sexy enough? Am I not cute enough?
What is it? You're not into me anymore? Or am I not satisfying you, trying to, like, you know, get rid of me or whatever? But actually, you know, some people do have downtown. Like, I guess, I don't know if that's shame or, I don't know. But that's what I felt.
Okay, ça me voulait connaître, est-ce que you feel like you would never come and ask anymore?
For a while, they won't.
Yeah.
I had to suppress the feeling.
Yeah.
But afterwards, because you see my attitude here on the show, I'm like that in my life. I just, boom, I was like, Sammy, like, what's up? Like, okay. Like, I just exposed the nigga. I was just like, okay, what's up? I'm under a little stress or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember what it was. But he made it clear, and I was like, okay, so, you know, next time, if it does happen that my drive goes up, I hope you're ready. Strap up your boots. I mean.
Hey, girlfriends. My name is Nashu Bryce, and I'm the CEO of the Montreal-based company called Powerpuff Curls. Our slogan is the power of fixing crowns, and that starts from within all the way to your hair, girl, all the way to your face. The services we offer are braids, twists, crochets, anything your heart desires. We also do makeup, we home travel, and we have webinars where we teach you simple steps on how to slay that face, sweetie. That's that beauty. If you want to find me, it's going to be somewhere in the atmosphere. On Instagram, it's Powerpuff Curls with 2 Z's. On Facebook, Powerpuff Curls. Don't wait, girl. Do your appointment right now, okay?
Champagne.
Champagne.
But it's something that a lot of women do feel shame about, though, because it's just like, I don't know how to tell you. It's just like, because they make it seem like it's the men that's always supposed to be horny. It's him, that sex is for him only. It's like and it's like, if you're the one feeling like, so it's like, oh, I'm senti bousin, I'm chaud, I'm da-da-da, I'm this and that. Whereas, no, people are different. Vous comprenez? Et on pas montrer nous, people are different. And it's like, some women are like that. Some men are like that.
Maybe that's what we need to work on.
Exactly. You
Showing
know?
that they are different people, whether you're female or
the
man.
Same, yeah.
Like,
we're not the same. Like, it's possible for him to not be horny in this time, and you are. And it's okay. You don't have to feel shame to go ask. And still do not to. It's not because you're not good
You're
enough.
not it. Like,
or he wants somebody else. No, it's just like, li même. Sex drive lower than yours, and it's understanding that and finding help to find the right balance, you know, because I'll cherche un monde qui est expert dans ça pour parler avec eux, like what to do when this happens, or how to turn this on, or what do I do if to make my wife happy even if I'm not in the mood, what can I do to replace it, you know, like ask questions around that instead of suppressing your own feelings and then being not satisfied or feeling shame, like what's wrong with me type thing, or I'm the one that's bad.
That's bad, or I did something wrong. And I totally agree with what you just said, because it's so funny, because when I spoke to one of my friends, they were like, so why when a woman says she's not into it, the guy's just supposed to be like, okay, fine, she's not into it, right? And then when the guy's like, what's going on? Are you gay? What's going on? Like, you know, they ask all those weird questions. They attach
this high sex drive thing to men automatically, whereas sometimes they're not even with it. Like,
they're boring as hell.
Yeah, like, you were horny? Oh, okay. I didn't even know that, you know? Like,
they're clueless.
Yeah. Oh, I'm supposed to be doing that now? Oh, I couldn't read the room.
Oh, my bad.
No, nigga, read the room. Like, so I think it's just parler, okay? And then I'm glad we take on forever. One day we'll just make it go down.
No. Heck no, y'all.
And you put your foot down, and a lot of women, they go years. 10, 20 years of marriage, and they're suppressing themselves, and there's a lot of things they want to do back just because they feel like they're less than, or maybe they're not sexy enough because every time they come, they get rejected.
Or they just get up and like, I want a divorce. I'm out of here. And you're like, what happened? I thought we were having 35 years good year. And that shame again, they just say, you know, it's not working anymore. They wouldn't even go into details or in depth what happened or why did it not work. And I feel like just with that one conversation, you can change. I'm not saying for everybody, because, you know, every relationship is different. Some guys, they might, some women won't listen either. That's to each his own. But I'm saying, like, sometimes just a conversation can save the situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in relationship, if we could get rid of shame, it's hard. Ooh. I'm not gonna talk about shame like it's something that's so good, you know, like it's hard. And shame is not only in relationship, it's in friendship as well. Will my friends still like me? Will this picture or this facade that I've been putting up for them to accept, will they still see me the same if I tell them I did that? If I tell them, I don't know, I slept with somebody else's man. Or if I tell them I aborted a baby. Or if I tell them...
Well, I had friends tell me certain things like that. But surprisingly, I'm not judgmental. Because I understand everybody could... It could be me. It could have been me. It could have been the other person. I think that's the problem. People put shame and judgment together. And it's like, okay, if Kathleen comes up to me and tell me, oh, you know, I did such a thing. And it goes against my values, right? And I'm automatically transferring down to, oh my gosh, how dare she? How could she?
She's such a horrible person.
Right, and you turn all the good thing that person did, you transform into bad just because of that one mistake. And that's why people are afraid of coming out with their shame because of that feeling right there. And then it's like everybody looks like her. Even if it's 20 years down there, do you remember what she did?
And it's crippling too. It's like you constantly living with this one thing, and then you're afraid that you don't want to be exposed. Like you don't ever want that one thing to get out in the street. And people are gonna tell me, are you trying to tell me moun pa ka gen secret? Yeah, ou capable. Mais is this secret crippling you? Is it helping you grow, or is it like putting you like? Is it more of a burden than a secret? You understand what I mean? And if it's a burden, you need to find somebody that's worthy of your story, or that's worth it to listen to you because you pas marcher. Like I said, pas marcher le vide by everybody. But
and verify, like Catherine said, verify who you sharing your. You might think someone is your friend, and until you share that one thing, you realize that you're not really friends.
And if that does happen, you're not the only one. Like, and then I feel like I want people to understand, like our listeners especially, to understand that whatever you're going through, probably 90% of your friends are going through it as well. Like, you're not the only one, and that's one thing with shame. It's like it makes you feel like you're the only one
isolated.
That's going through this in the moment. So it's like, don't share this, don't do this, don't you ever talk about this. You're a horrible person, and if you do, the whole world is gonna, think you're horrible. Like. And then when you share it, to find out that Julie, Susie, Suzanne, everybody was going through it. And it's like, wait, what? Like, this one thing I've been hiding this whole time, y'all could have been helped me with it a long time ago. You understand what I mean? So, and it's like, when you open up, you give somebody else the chance, or like they're more at ease to show whatever they've been hiding as well. Because people are like, wait, if she just, maybe I'm not that bad. Like...
and that she gonna choke it. But that's the thing. People always try to like compare,
level up,
like
putting the things in level.
Well, if she at level D, I'm at level C, so I'm higher. But we're not supposed to do all that.
Exactly. Like maybe you were not in that situation. You did not act that way.
I think you did tell me that once. She's like, was it you or one of my friends told me, or cousins? They told me. Actually, it was my cousin. She told me, don't ever say you will never do something, because you never put in that compromising situation where, let's say, I would never steal. There's a pandemic right now. Everybody losing their job. Everybody ain't got no house. You ain't stealing?
I tell my mom that all the time. Like when she's judging the people in Haiti that are kidnapping people. I know it's a very touchy subject. Okay?
That's really tough.
it is really tough. But then again,
I get but I can see from both sides. I understand where she's like, Miss Ami, but that person haven't ate in 13 days, honey. I can't, if I don't eat in 1 hour, honey. We don't know. We'll leave it at that.
Like, we don't know. You don't know what you would do if you were in so-and-so shoes.
And I realized the more I'm growing up and the more I'm getting older, I feel like the more you put someone under pressure and under like situation where they can't control the outcome, you'll see how many like desperate measure people would take. And the very same thing they say, I would never do. That's the first thing.
Yeah. And then one thing I want you guys to think, like, to test out shame, like, mettez un petit moun, okay? Que vous pensez qu'on bien levé petit moun nan, you did such a good job, you raised them well, and then put them in a situation where they're alone. Okay? Like, they go to college away. And on t'a dit, oh, est-elle gâtée?
Don't listen to Kat. Don't send your child away.
Est-elle pas gâtée? It's just they were
you
never
always
put
control.
in this. Exactly. Okay? They were never put in a situation where they were able to be vulnerable, to where they were able to be their true selves.
Right.
But
what's going on, Siri? Siri, shut up. Siri want to enter the conversation.
When I'm talking to Siri, she never answers. Now look at her, like, anyways.
You're a hot mess.
But yeah, like, it lets our realize, oh, shoot. Or when people have husbands, they think are the best people ever. Husband with husband.
I ain't gonna lie, I used to say that all the time.
Send him to vacation or something with his boys. And
you ain't going nowhere, Sammy.
And then to find out that your husband that you thought was the most perfect person,
angel.
And then ou elle a fait que et pas que ça l'a fait au mal, non, c'est juste bagaille que ou même ou pas jamais pensé que t'as fait. And why? Because we mettez on pedestal, you think people who are doing that are worse or people who are better.
But sometimes he been doing it, you just want to wear it. Sorry to say. Let me sip.
So that's that. Or your wife, vice versa. Okay, you be thinking, oh, I have the most precious woman in the world.
Oh, my little trophy wife.
Yeah, that
she bakes the best apple pie.
After I took everybody else's virginity, I went and found myself a virgin that I thought was the best person ever.
There was a movie like that. Yeah. Now that you said that scene, that same, I think it was Best Man movie. The Best Man. It's a black movie, and this professional athlete, like, he's very Christian. I love this movie, so it's more chestnut, honey. But he marries this girl. Come to find out, she lost her virginity to the best man.
Exactly.
And the day he found that out, child.
Balance like why I'm sure the man was he a virgin?
No, he was a playing field. But the thing is the shame thing. Instead of just coming out, like literally when she met, like literally they all were friends at the beginning. She just had said, yo, I didn't know you before, and I happened to slip into his bed and we had done the deed. I think it would have erased so much good because they got married and then they had a part 2 of that movie where she's dying and it's when she is about to die from cancer. Literally, they found out this and it's like, like go saisissement, like you betrayed me, but he really didn't. He and y'all ain't know each other then.
Yeah.
But conversation, guys.
Yeah, it's all around that shame thing.
And then he feels shamed. Like you should have seen his reaction. He felt so shameful that how could that gone
My
under his
precious
nose?
wife is not so precious anymore.
My wife of 4 kids. We've been together. We are the
perfect couple.
The goals, right? Now I don't find out a mess.
So all of that, why? Because you want to paint this perfect picture. Qui pas même exister, qui pas fait sens. So if you think that your relationship is perfect, snap out of it, honey. It doesn't exist. Okay, go find out what is wrong with your. it just doesn't.
Something wrong.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't exist. So people are human. So be a little more graceful, okay? Bagay shimna, as Haitians, as parents, I want you guys to
unlearn it.
Every time you thinking of making somebody, like telling somebody, "I want," snap out of it because you're not helping them grow that way. Yeah, like that's not helping anything. So there's no growth in shame, and try to be a little more loapali around your friends. Stop being so judgmental.
Be more conscious.
Exactly, of the words that you're using as well, okay? So around them, make people feel a little more à l'aise in front of you when they're with you, okay? A little
genuinely
bit more,
à l'aise.
Yeah.
Not no fake.
And then don't be acting like you're the saint. You're accepting every. You know that one friend who you could come vent to them. Tout moun vent their dirty deeds.
But they never vent nobody.
Même yo pas m'fanye mal.
Même pété yo pas pété sou.
Exactly. So don't. If you are doing, bad to go invent stuff so you could look bad, no. But whatever it is that are your faults or whatever. Don't be making people feel like you're better, you're on a pedestal.
Right. Because nobody is. Even though you feel like you lacking this, I may lacking that. And the world goes around. Okay?
Exactly.
So it's like you could never be better than me. I could never be better than you. Let's just put it like that. And we need to unlearn the shame, like to hold on to this thing.
Yeah,
we need to let
shame
go.
limits happiness too. Okay, so if you're feeling shameful about something, you can never really truly be happy about it. Even in our bodies, like shame, we feel like we're not sexy enough, we're not da-da-da enough.
Oh, I need to have that BBL,
Yeah, so it's keeping you from being your best self. Then again, Babel do to be unhealthy, pour manger McDonald's every day, pour la GPI, mbadou fait ça. Because that's not even about being fat, it's just your health.
Health conscious.
Exactly. Là, ou gen tension, gen sucre, mourir.
You have to pique yourself. There's a lot of work.
Yeah, so always try to be your best self. Mais sou we wap work out, wap fete afo, epi wap gâteau. There's nothing you can do about that. That's your body.
To end this, I think I saw this best post this week. I don't know who posted it, but it was showing like the contrast of each thing. Like to be good, it's hard. To be a failure is also hard. Like that. Like even to be healthy is hard, but to be unhealthy is hard. Because once you're unhealthy, you have to take those pills. You have to do all of that. Just,
pick your heart.
Pick your heart, yeah.
Exactly. So that is, I think I wanted to end with a quote, but I don't remember the quote.
You know what? Pick your heart, honey. That's our quote today.
Quote of the day. I cannot.
Let go of your shame and pick your heart.
Yeah, especially in a relationship. And you guys try it out and let me know like how it works out. Like certain things that you're feeling shameful about, try to find a way to bring it up to your husband or to your wife and like make them listen to this episode so they could feel a little more compassion for you, so they don't make you feel so bad for it. And then let us know how it went. And if you overcame something, let us know, okay?
And also relationship, it doesn't have to be husband and wife. It could be friendship too.
Exactly.
And parents, all of it.
With your parent, yeah, something that a front that you were putting with your parent and everything like that. So let us know if you broke out of that in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, okay? And my quote, I found it, okay? Okay.
Oh, wow.
The quote is...
Perfect timing.
Yo, the quote is, what would you do if you woke up tomorrow morning and all you had is what you thank God for yesterday? So what would you do
Ooh.
if you woke up tomorrow morning and all you had is what you thank God for yesterday.
Now you're gonna make me go and thank God for everything.
Exactly,
So like
and that's what I want you guys to understand. Si c'est pas bon Dieu prier, n'importe ça on remet qu'on prie pour lui. I want you guys to be thankful and be grateful for these things, and then just you're gonna live a happily fulfilled, better life. You know.
I'm loving this series, honey. Oh.
Relationship. I can't wait to have the guests. I can't wait to have the guests come. And then, you know, we have some good people coming for you guys today for this little relationship series. You guys are going to love it.
I hope y'all share it because we over there sacrificing our life for this COVID thing.
For y'all, okay? And the quote goes again. What would you do if you woke up tomorrow morning and all you had is what you think God for yesterday? So what would you do if you woke up tomorrow morning and all you had is what you thank God for yesterday?
I'm just gonna say amen.
Amen. On that note, this has been What the Talk. God.
Salut! Est-ce que tu as aimé la vidéo? Qu'est-ce que t'attends? Clique sur j'aime, commente, partage et abonne-toi. Je t'attends.